Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas Pinkevičius
and Aušra Pinkevičienė.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Let's take a look at the remaining of the question. When to play pedals, right?
Is it necessary to add pedals? What do you think about it?
No. Especially on English organs, they don't have much pedal stops, I think.
Because I don't think these Noels were intended, to be played with pedals too.
Well, maybe
sometimes at the end of
when you play
cadences.
grandeur,
Yes.
right? It's actually in parentheses. The Gulma edition has in parentheses pedal sign. So whenever you have large chords, you could add, but it's
optional.
It's
actually.
optional, completely optional, because sometimes the chords are not in four voices, but in three voices. And if you play the pedals instead of the left hand, then what do you do with the left hand?
Well, would you double it?
Yeah, probably double. And sometimes even 1 octave lower, I would think, if you need more gravity. That's how I would do it. Fast arpeggios is a problem in this Noel, right, Aušra?
Well,
it doesn't start fast because it starts with chords, but it gradually speeds up at first in quarter notes, then in 8 notes, then in triplets, and then in 16 notes.
That's what happens in most of the variations, especially in the Baroque variations, that you start with slower note values and then everything becomes quite fast because of smaller note values. We can see this since the time of swelling.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what you actually have to do with playing a piece like this, you have to choose your tempo wisely. So you need basically to see how fast can you play in the hardest spot of the piece, and accordingly that spot you need to pick up the opening tempo.
Mm-hmm. I think the left hand makes big trouble with those arpeggios, and you have to improve your left hand technique then.
True.
Maybe try our left hand training course.
Well, and it's very useful to play piece like Noel on the piano. I think it might help a lot, because obviously it's well suited. Piano is well suited for developing organ technique, especially in the spots like this.
Trying to speed up the tempo is a good idea to start in very small fragments, basically stopping every 2 notes, then every 4 notes, every 8 notes, talking about the left hand.
Yes, and the trouble with the spot like this is that some of the people simply play it very mechanically like an etude, and I don't think that's no right attitude, because some of those notes, in the left hand are more important than others, and you really need to find what the melody is telling you to do, because not each of this note is equally important, and you need to shape it like that.
Right. So in this Noel, John is also wondering about the registration on English organs, and the main idea is sometimes those big chords to be played with the grand jaw registration, and variations in two parts to be played sometimes in cornea registration and also in chromorn registration. English organs don't necessarily have those stops.
But do we have some reeds?
Some reeds and some cornea sounds would be possible to find. For example, obviously, if you need cornea, you could, collect flutes of 8/4, 2, 2 and 2/3, and 1 and 3/5. That would be a cornea. If you need a chromorn, but English sound would not maybe have, but maybe have clarinet, right?
That might work, yes.
It depends on what you have. If you don't have clarinet at all, if you don't have reeds at all, it might be the case too. Well, what to do then? What would you do?
Well, now I'm wondering, if it's worth playing piece that if you could not reproduce registration as the can want it. But I think that even the registration of flutes and principals would work nicely for
I would agree.
This kind of music.
Yes, imagine playing this variation on our piano at home. Wouldn't it be nice? It would sound nice, even though our piano is out of tune.
Well, it would sound obviously different, but
yeah, it would be a different piece. So if you are transferring to a different type of organ, it would sound differently. That's okay, I believe.
True, except that I'm thinking, what about voicing when you have such a fast running notes in the left hand? Because some organs are just scaled in such a way that left hand is not audible so clearly.
True. They are not suited for fast passages. So maybe use higher pitched principles. Maybe 4/4 principle.
That's what I thought about spot like this. And again, if we are talking about that fast arpeggios, you really need to lean down on the strong beats of the places like this, because otherwise you might lose the control. And leaning on the strong beat might help to control yourself better.
Excellent. So we hope this conversation was useful not only to John, but to everyone who wants to try something French for Christmas next year. And since this piece has some tricky passages, it's a wise idea to start earlier.
True, and to start learning from those hard spots.
Exactly, not from the beginning, but from the fast running passages. Alright, guys, we hope this conversation will spark a new set of questions from you. We always love helping you grow, so keep sending us your feedback. And also, John finishes his question by saying, I hope you have a great day. So, what are we doing today, Osha?
We are going to IKEA.
IKEA, right. And what we're buying there?
A bed, but I don't think you are going to IKEA because of a bed. You are going because of the Swedish meatballs.
Yes. Whenever we go to IKEA, I always imagine I would be eating Swedish meatballs. Well, I hope they will have it today. Alright, guys, this was Vidas.
And Usha.
I think today we also, later, after we get back, we will practice organ duets for our upcoming organ recital in Denmark this summer. So I also hope that you can practice some organ music today, because when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, the sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your SS courses and all your help.
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you were teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor.
Robert writes, it has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, Hi Vidas and Usha, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Usha and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward.
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas
and Usha from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.